Peace, y'all. It's Alchemy of Life back with another video. So today we're gonna be talking about the spiritual nature of illnesses in the three levels. This came to me on Friday, and I was just thinking about it. So I just wanted to touch on it because obviously our health is wealth, and it's very prevalent every day, and especially at these times. But we're going to start the video off with libations, get the energy flowing, and get it going before we do anything. I already saged, got everything right, that's what I do before I do my videos. So today is Sunday, so we're going to go start off with the sun. Ashe Heru, Ashe Archangel Michael, Ashe Lord Ganesh, Ashe Lakshmi, Ashe Bast, Ashe Isis, Ashe Osiris, Ashe Thoth, Ashe Tahuti, Ashe Anubis, Ashe Archangel Gabriel. Who else? Ashe gods and all gods and goddesses known and unknown. Ashe all ancestors known and unknown. I get a bigger cup. We can do more, but that's what we're doing for today. Oh, I just wanted to show you guys I got a new supplement. Now, these supplements are kind of expensive, but they are better than anything you have ever... Like this site right here, puresynergy.com. Oh my fucking god, guys. Like, this is the digestion support. Now, if you got a little bit of money to spend, I recommend you guys going to their site, or at least check out their site. If you're not going to spend the money, at least check out their site and what they do, because they have super products on there. Super products. Like, look at this. Let me see if I can get it to focus. See what I'm saying? puresynergy.com. No, this video is not being endorsed, but they are one of the very few people out there who have supplements that are untapped. They've been around for a very long time. Yes, you got to spend a little bit of money, but think about the things that you already spend a lot of money on that you don't actually need. You could take that money and spend it on your health. I'm telling you, it's worth it. They got a bunch of shit on there. Just roam their site. Even if you just window shop, just roam their site. You know what I'm saying? It's tax season. People are getting their taxes back. Think about, putting into your business, into your health, because that's what I did with my shit. I put money into my business, into my health. I'm getting a branding session done by my photographer's best friend, who she works for. And, I was recommended to her. She's amazing. Already, we talked on the phone, and I can tell, that she's already amazing. And I think we follow each other on Instagram. I know I follow her, and her artwork is beautiful. So that's one thing that's going to help my Etsy shop. And the Alchemy of Life YouTube brand, well, not just YouTube, the Alchemy of Life brand is going to be more than just YouTube, but it started here. So for all you guys out there, thank you. So we're going to get into it. So what is an illness? So, you look illness up on Google, it's going to pop up a disease or period of sickness affecting the mind and the body, but they forgot spirit, so I'm going to throw spirit in there as well. So that's what an illness is. So let's start from the top down. So the top down is the top half of the mind and the spirit. So, diseases and illnesses start with a cluttered mind. When you clutter your higher mind, when your lower mind influences the higher mind with all this clutter, and vice versa, as the higher mind can influence the lower mind to come up, the lower mind can influence the higher mind to come down in vibration, taking the spirit down. Now, spiritual things, some people, they have spiritual attacks. Some certain things are happening They may not be protected. They may be doing certain work and not be protected. It all starts in the mind, and then what happens is when you think certain thoughts that clutter your mind, like negative thoughts. Think of all the negative thoughts, you know, that you think. Say you start thinking about how you're not good enough. Or actually, no. Here's a good one. Think about women and how women's voice in society is suppressed. So women start to think, I've talked to a lot of women, they start to think that their voice and opinion does not matter. They start to think things like that, oh, nobody listens to me. So spiritually what happens is it shuts down the throat chakra. You shut down the throat chakra, okay, now it's going to come down to the body and manifest physically. You see, are you guys following me? It'll manifest physically. So then it'll manifest as things happening with their throat, their thyroid gland, the endocrine system, but definitely the throat and the thyroid gland. Definitely that area. They'll get colds, a lot of, mucus develops there, like head colds, sinus issues, you name it. That's how, a spiritual illness and a mental illness can influence the body. It goes one, A, B, C, and D. A, B, and C. It starts up high and then goes down low. As above, so below. So that is how that can happen. So think about your life. Think about that's why they say deal with your emotions. That's why they say do the chakra work. Balance and cleanse your chakras. Declutter your mind. Reprogram your subconscious mind. Things will come out. Please deal with them. Please deal with them. You might be mad at a parent. I know I am. I have a great mother, but my father's not the greatest, He's not the greatest individual, but I'm not going to tear him down, Well, that's the issue that I have to deal with. And that if I have this site, I think her name is Kathleen Hadley. I'll do a video on it specifically. I know I've said I'm going to do a video about it, but this idea came to me when I was looking this topic up because I was dealing with some issues myself, and they just keep reoccurring. It's like no matter what supplement I take, no matter what I do, it just won't go away. A lot of people, that's what they're dealing with. They have certain physical ailments that just won't go away because it started spiritually in the higher mind. Not even the higher, just in the mind, period. The mind is the link between the spirit and the body. That's all I'm trying to get at. So it started there. So then you have these emotional things that you have to deal with, these spiritual things, you deal with that. But at the same time, you need to be dealing with the body, And this is why I have started on the holistic health path little by little. It's been it's been 5-6 years in the making, and now I'm like literally in it. I'm studying, I'm reading, learning. I'm using myself as a guinea pig because I'm going through things, and now I'm figuring out what to do for me, and I know that I can help people, at least help people going through these things with these certain herbs, teas, tinctures, different things like that. You know what I'm saying? So think about that. Think about, who are you mad at? Are you mad at somebody who did you wrong years ago? A parent? Yourself? How do you talk to yourself? You have to think about those things. You have to be real with yourself so that you can deal with whatever is blocking you, because it will manifest physically. And we only really listen to the body, which is why this is an intelligent realm. It's an intelligent space we're in. So we'll pay attention to the physical, but that's all we do. This is why Big Pharma fucking sucks ass. They know what they're doing. They know that you will only pay attention to the physical and not the spiritual. This is why Eastern medicine is the shit, because they hit the mind, body, soul, and spirit. Think about Chinese healing. They take care of the physical, but they make sure they take care of the spirit and the mind, and and the spirit and soul are tied together. They take care of all that all in one go. You see what I'm saying? They'll have you on certain herbs and tinctures. They'll have you with tuning bowls and acupuncture. You see what I'm saying? And have you reading certain literature and meditating and different things like that, all just to get rid of one little thing that could be going on, or a few things. And the main place to start for most people, I would say, would be their gut, because your gut is like another brain. And most of us, if you're on the standard American diet, and I know I need to follow through on this myself, this is why I'm working towards it. So tomorrow I'm going to 100% kick it into overdrive. Like, I got this. This is helping my digestion, but you need to clean out the small, large intestines and the colon and the stomach. That pretty much can be taken care of all in one go if you do it right. I got that. I got some wormwood tea. Wormwood tea is great for parasites, because if you eat the standard American diet, most likely you have some sort of worm and or parasite, especially if you have animals like dogs or cats. Cats, they carry heavy parasites. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. We take care of that brain, then we can start to get more, control over ourselves. And then, well, what chakra is the stomach or gut, attuned to? So you look that up, and you start doing that spiritual work, and then you start reprogramming your subconscious mind, and now you hit all 3 levels. So that's an example of how you can do something. Look at the physical ailment, see what chakra or what it correlates to. Take care of that. That's the spirit. And then the only other part of your mind is you need affirmations and different things like that, and positive self-talk that's catered around that, and catered just around your betterment overall. That's how you can, take care of that. I don't just want to talk about it. I want to help people, take care of what they're doing. You don't have to tell me what you're going through. If you would like to, that'd be great, and we can talk about it, because I do have a lot of health knowledge on the holistic and naturopathic and natural healing. There's more to get. I have plenty of places, like Dr. Robert Kassar on YouTube is a great source. That's another outlet. He has a site called Earther Academy, and he has a store there that has lots of great resources. You don't have to take in his whole word, like his lifestyle, but just take in what suits you right now and see it as like a team, like you're building up a team. So my team would be like, I go to Ashira, if you ever heard of Ashira Star Gods, I go to her for certain knowledge. I have myself. I don't, remember, you're a player on the team, so I'm doing my research constantly, fact checking and different things like that. So I'm doing my own work. And then there's another player, like, say, Dr. Robert Kassar. He plays a role in it, helping me get certain information. And then, it just keeps going on and going on. You see what I'm saying? And then you have this, like, mastermind team, includes you, that is helping you become your best self on all 3 levels. This is actually how you're going to ascend. And then maybe if you want to come back, you'll descend. Because remember, if you're ascending, like, this is what they don't tell you about ascended and descended masters. Ascended masters are getting the knowledge. They're taking care of themselves. They're getting up, but they're teaching at the same time. Like a Heru, aka who Christians call Jesus, because that's who they know them as. But Jesus is really the story of Heru in the Egyptian mythology, and that's where they got that, where the Romans, should I say, got that story from, because Romans created Christianity. The first form of Christianity was Catholicism. They created it to control the current state of the people that in the Roman Empire was governing, because they were going their own way. So the Gnostics were the ones who were there giving people information that was like making people question the Roman Empire. So they took the Gnostics, took their information, killed them off, and, created Christianity with, they kept the who they called the prophets were the people who could interpret certain word. And they got them all in one building and made them do certain things for them, create that text. That's just a little side history. But yeah, So that's information on that. But when you think about healing, it's all three levels: mental, physical, and soul and spirit. So if you say you have a toothache, okay, or say you always get a toothache, look at the things that happen that are reoccurring. Look at the things in your life that reoccur, whether it be something mentally. For most people, it's physical, but it's either mental or it's physical. Look at those things that reoccur, and then try to look up the spiritual aspect of that. You see what I'm saying? Like, here's one thing that I saw on Kathleen Haley's site is the spiritual meaning behind excess fat behind your thighs, what we call thick thighs. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? We love a woman with thick thighs around here, but that would mean she may have problems with her father, and that's one of the things. Whether he or she, so it can be a man or a woman, but I'm just kind of throwing the feminine aspect out there because a lot of my subscribers are women, and there's this girl that I used to be interested in that I knew that fit that mold all the way. She literally had problems with her birth father, not her father now, like her stepdad, but her actual birth father. Like, she fucking hates him. And I could see certain things that manifested in her physically that fit that mold. I'm like, shit. And then I was looking back into myself. I'm like, damn, these molds are fitting me. Like, damn, this woman knows, so I'm going to have to share that sometime soon. So just be thinking about that. So guys, I wanted to say that I know I keep talking about the Etsy shop, but it's 50% of the way up. I got my first listing on there, so basically it's pretty much up. I just need to put my payment information and stuff like that on and finish the whole, spiel of setting it up all the way. But all you need is one listing to start selling and for it to be technically up. And I did that yesterday. So the Etsy shop is going to consist of the colloidal gold. This is what I'm starting out with. So that's the colloidal gold. It doesn't have any labels on it yet. I'm working on getting labels, but for now things are going to be unlabeled. The teas. This is a drinking blend, but it's going to help your immune system as well. And these are ground blends. So the grounded blends would be best in a decoction, which is like getting some good water or water period, but I would say best in distilled water or spring water if you can. If not, use what you have, and you put that in there, and then you throw a tablespoon or two, whatever you want to do, but I would say a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons, depending on how potent you want to be, and you let that come to a boil, and then once it comes to a boil, put it on low, a simmer, for about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how long you want that to go. The longer you go, the more potent it'll be, but you don't want the water to fully evaporate. And then once you get it to a nice level, yes, the water will evaporate some. You let it steep, or just let it sit there for about a few minutes, and then you strain it somehow. Now I do have these bags, which I will send you guys some. These bags are fucking huge, and they're okay. I'm looking at on Amazon to buy some more that I can send with you guys, so you can pack them yourself. If you would like, or I might sell some pre-packed. I'm still debating on that half. But here's the 5G blend. This is the first one I put up on the site. So the shop is on Etsy. It's called Alchemy of Life Co. All is Alchemy of Life Co. once again, and there is no spaces. But I'm still working on fully getting it set up. This is definitely a dream, guys. I thank you guys. I'm going to finish setting everything up and put a few more listings up, but I'll have that. I'll have consultations. So if you need more information about certain things, about certain ailments you're going through, I'll have consultations, or if you just need somebody to talk to, it's kind of like therapy. I have therapeutic consultations, and I have consultations about health. So I'll have that as a listing. And then I'll have that, the gold, and whatever else you see on there that I can, list and put on there. Probably maybe some ancestor money. You know, maybe some. Let me see. Let me get the ancestor money. Be like something like this. But I found a good site thanks to the Spiritual Innate, aka it's Spiritual Innate on Instagram, but on YouTube here his name is Earl Anderson. He found a good site for ancestor money, you know, black owned, and it has deities such as Lakshmi, Isis, and they're fucking huge notes too. So the bigger the better for your ancestors. And you can also use ancestor money for other things too, other spiritual workings, and you can use ancestor money for yourself. So thank you guys. I love y'all. It's been one. You know, we're just going to continue to churn this out, and you're gonna hear more from me here on YouTube. So, you know, peace. I'm out.